And now for a quick review on how to set up a meeting. Go to your admin panel and member management. Now remember, depending on your access level, you may see a lot less of these portals. You're looking for Registration Tool Manager. In order to create a meeting, you need to understand a little bit about the registration tool. The registration tool is nothing but a series of calendars. These are calendars. They're all basically confined by their setup. So anything that you would put on a particular calendar, for instance, philanthropy, would be dictated by what was initially set up in the setup. So if you were to go to setup and you were to add anything about bringing things to a meeting or return response information, that would apply to every single event on that philanthropy calendar. In most cases, you don't want that. Which brings us over to Manage. Manage is where you add an event to a calendar. So if you want to add a meeting, you click Manage. And at the bottom, you would add a registration event. So there aren't very many obstacles here in that it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out something. You may or may not need an event description, but this is a good place. If you have an image, great. Maximum reservation. Sometimes for philanthropy you do, so, but often for anything league you wouldn't. I don't ever select this because I like the entire membership to see what's going on, unless of course it's a board meeting or something that's really not relevant to everybody. If you want to enable the wait list, do so. Upon member cancellation, you really want to automatically add the first person on the waiting list. If you select the other thing, which is notify administrators, the administrators, whoever set up this particular event, will get a notice and they'll have to be the one to manually go in and choose the next one on the list. Probably don't want to do that. Add your location. Okay, so you want to select the date and time of your event. In this case, let's select a random event. It's going to be held on the 27th of February, and then I want to choose my time of day. So if it starts at 11:30, I use the slider bars to get me to the right time. This is a little bit tricky. Sign up start days before means how many days before this event, which is now we've established is occurring on the 27th of February, do you want our membership to be able to sign up? So if you only wanted to open it up a week before the event, you would have to put 7 in that field. But if you want it to be open as soon as you enter it, enter some large number, like my favorite is 99. You just have to watch that. Depending on how far out in advance you're making meetings, you might have to increase that number. Otherwise, they won't show up on the calendar. So now you would put the day, or rather the time in which your event ends. So I would have to again choose the same, February 27th. And if I started it at 2, let's see, I'll end it at 4. And so the last is sign up end days before. So do you want to close it off a week before the event starts? Is it okay for you to know how many people are coming the day before, 3 days before? I'll put 3 for argument's sake. It is a sign up. Information only is just basically a notice. And RSVP is basically for meetings. And we will go over that at a later time. Credit. Now here, if you're doing philanthropy, this does not apply. But if you are setting up a league meeting and you want to add a meeting credit, you would add it here. You would select meeting credit, which is going to be 1, and add the credit. Now this is only for league meetings, not for anything philanthropy. You would hit save and then you're done.